Hello, everybody. How we doing? How we doing? My name is Quantic Flux, and today we are back with part 5 of our Scarlet Hollow series. We are just about to start episode 3. Highly encourage you to start from the beginning, but this game is fantastic. It's an very immersive, kind of like it's a visual novel, but it's like a choose your own adventure. All the choices you make matter a lot, it seems like, and the characters are very interesting. But without further ado, why don't we head on in and get going? We will do a little recap of just episode 2, I'd say. Oh, good. He's still here. Dustin. That was an important recap. But listen, you better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask, and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I need to keep my ears open for you. Diner's where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Thank you, Avery. Okay, hold on. I remember giving you a southern accent. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I want to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. Can't remember giving you a gruff voice. Sorry, it's been like a week since I last recorded. So voices are going to struggle. Sorry about that. Whatever you... No, that's too deep. Whatever you have planned is probably beyond what we can... Yeah. Try again. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. As you leave Tabitha's office, you take a moment to get your bearings, only to be interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of the hill. There is a ditchling that no one ever talked about. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine, that place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people, mostly children. Pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. The kid just snuck into Shaw mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do these things keep happening to me? Ugh, whatever. I'll head over as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, all right? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you listen. True, I did not listen. Becca, you were this one. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility. He says that they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. Not very nice. My dad says our house is haunted. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest like the deep growl of a predator. I did not like this. It made us look in the freaking hole, man. I didn't like it. What are you doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. And we get horrible eldritch flashbacks. Stella might possibly be evil. Quantic, are you alright? You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Holy shit. You're okay, thank God. I don't think I trust you, Stella. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. Could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up! And then she went off on Becca. That was pretty cool. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. Collapsing in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. I don't know about you, Stella. When you close your eyes, you see shadowy figures that gather behind Stella in the mines. Let's take a look at these shadowy figures because they're scarier than I gave them credit for, to be honest. They got like teeth and stuff. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted upon you. Wake up. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. Managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mines still stuck to your skin. Have we showered yet since getting here? I feel like we haven't. I'd like to say hi to Dustin before showering, but let's take a shower, I guess. It's gross. It's looking very dirty. I don't know how clean we can get in here. Step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you think about Duke and the image of him lying there slumped against a tree with half his head blown off. I do keep thinking about that. Scrub feverishly trying to scrape the memories from your skin as if they're a part of the dirt that coats you. Think about Sybil's warning, the worst is yet to come. Think about Wayne and wonder how many times he's watched you unseen. That is very unsettling. Think about someone special. Think about finally being out of this hellhole and safe in your own bed. I'm going to think about Duke because I feel guilty about not saving him. You're done here. I wanted to think about other things. Fun fact about me, showers are where I do all of my deep thinking. I take way too long in the shower just thinking about stuff. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Check on Dustin. Absolutely the first thing I do every day. Dustin has a friend? There are two of them now? Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend?
Her name, Mom. She come to visit. Hi, Dustin, Mom. Gotta stay with Dustin until glass house empty. Thank you, human, for take care of my boy.
I love them. I love them so much. What happened to your glass house? That's a greenhouse, I'm guessing.
Asshole squatter move in. Kick Dustin Mom out.
Your name to you is Dustin Mom? You were Dustin Mom before Dustin was born? What the heck?
Squatter try to eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but Squatter not evil. It just tried to survive, just like all creature. Dustin still have much to learn.
I love this face. I don't think it's fair to put our problems on Dustin, but I do love him, and I am curious how he tried to cheer us up, so I'm going to say this. I had a rough night. Can you console me?
Was it because of Cat Monster? Dustin was scared too. Hiss. If Cat Monster want to eat Dustin, Cat Monster will have to go through Dustin Mom first. Dustin Mom will kill. Then Dustin and Mom eat like kings. This nature.
Okay. I've got to go. Bye.
Yay.
I love them so much. That's that. I'm going to look out the window because we know that Wayne has been stalking us. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. I don't see anything. It's the same view. Turn back. Turn back to the guest room. Check the closet for the creepy doll. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. Hasn't moved, right? No, it hasn't. I like that. Our keen eye has reassured us. All right. Get off this closet. You turn back to the guest room. I'm starting to think Stella might be evil. That's not very fair, though. She did kind of leave us to die, though. She said she'd come back right back, though. All right, I'm going to be nice to both of them, but I have doubts about Stella. You pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Morning, how are you guys holding up? Last night was terrible. What's the game plan? Y'all, I actually bonded with Tabitha last night. Can't wait to go sweat tonight. I get to meet Reese today. Send a photo of a pained old man. Okay, I have to be honest. When I'm texting, I use proper punctuation, so I hate all of these options. I'm going to send a photo of a pained old man. I love it. It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Okay, I guess I could text them both individually. Pull out your Your phone just texts Stella. Huh. Are you holding up? Want to hang out before Reese/ghost hunting? Then a photo of a creepy mascot in a grungy basement. We already did the funny thing. I guess I'll ask how she's holding up, even though nothing particularly terrible happened to her. Probably be a bit before you get a response. All right. Are you holding up? Want to hang out? How are things with Miles? Or a photo of an exhausted Ben Affleck? I am wondering what's going on with Miles, but I feel like it's more important to ask how she's doing because she was freaking out. She does not like closed spaces. She's claustrophobic. Probably be a bit before you get a response. Head downstairs. Okay. You've done everything you've wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. Who are you? You enter the kitchen to find your cousin is in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. Gross. He isn't alone. Fufu glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a redheaded woman busies herself trying to tidy as best as she can. Okay, you're the cleaning lady? Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress eating ice cream for breakfast. That's cool, Tabitha. You do you, just pick a better flavor next time. Okay. Okay, here's the thing. I don't want to tell Fufu about Dustin and Dustin Mom because she might, like, attack them. But I do want to know about the greenhouse. But I'm worried that you're going to do something to Dustin and Dustin Mom. This one's not very... One is not very specific. I'll say hello to be polite. Bonjour, Fufu. Bonjour, sacre bleu. Do not think you can just bonjour me. Just because I slept at the foot of your bed last night. I still despise you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I to bear it? I see. Talking to my cat again. Are you sure you didn't get hit on the head last night? Rude. What kind of voice do you have, redheaded woman? You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. Me, they kind of are. Yeah. Thank you, lady whose name I don't know. Nobody lives out in the garden, right? Gosh, I wouldn't know. Miss Tabitha won't let me touch the place. Nobody lives in the garden. Why even asking? Okay. I feel like if I tell Tabitha about the possum, she's gonna get rid of them, and I don't want that to happen, so I'm not gonna snitch. Look, I found this gory boot print in the garden yesterday. Show Tabitha the photo of the boot print you took yesterday morning. Look, you're not wrong. That's definitely unsettling, but I don't think there's a squatter out there. Even if there was, I don't really have the time or energy to desire to go poking around out there. Gosh, you two sound a little heated. Is everything all right? We're fine, Janie. Alrighty then. Y'all just let me know if there's anything I can do to help. I don't want to shame her for eating ice cream. There's nothing wrong with that. Who decided when foods should be eaten? I think that's dumb. Don't like it. Eat ice cream if you want. Who cares? How's your morning been so far? Hey, cuz, how's it hanging? I don't think Tabitha would appreciate that. How's your morning been so far? Aside from you trying to give me a heart attack about squatters in the garden, there was a massive mine collapse last night that almost got my cousin killed. Aw, she cares. So I'm a little stressed. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. Got an errand to run in town, and every time I left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. I want to check out the greenhouse. I don't need a babysitter. You can't just take away my freedom. I'll meet you outside. Are you seriously asking for time alone here after you just probed me about whether the garden has a squatter problem? What do you take me for, an idiot? I'm already behind on my day. I don't have time to deal with hijinks. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Don't be mean to Janie. Oh, Quantic, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it from Miss Tabitha, mentioned it just now, then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. You two did right by those kids, though. What a blessing. Everyone getting out of that situation all right? Um, huh. Sorry, Tabitha's so mean to you. I want to use my trait here, but it sounds kind of rude. I guess I will. You only come in once a week, right? What do you do with the rest of your time? Oh, odd job, mostly. Weeding gardens, cleaning houses, watching kids, that sort of thing. My husband's the pastor, so a lot of my time's spent at the church and doing things for the community. Poor Daniel. He's been going absolutely stir crazy since we've moved here, what with nobody really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries. I'm not religious, thank you. Wait, you're married to that creepy youth pastor I've been hearing about? That's not nice. No. I don't need a priest on speed dial. Sounds wonderful. Not really religious. I'm not Christian, but thank you for the offer. I'd rather not. I'm not really religious. That is rude to say, though. That's all right. My Daniel likes to talk with all sorts of people. He just wants to extend support to anyone who needs it. Feel free to stop by the church anytime. The door is always open. You should get out of town. Not safe here. Is anywhere really safe, though? I mean, I understand what you're trying to go for, but, like, this town has monsters, like active monsters and eldritch horrors and stuff. So, I mean, comparatively, yes, there are safer places. Besides, it's unbecoming for a man of God to pack his things and leave as soon as things start to go south. Enough dawdling, we're leaving. I want to check out the greenhouse. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful, your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. I wonder if by being nice to Tabitha and making her like us, we screwed up our ability to investigate the greenhouse. Because if she didn't care about us, she probably would have left us alone, right? All right, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. Okay. What are we doing at the general store? Shouldn't we be solving a mystery right now after everything that's happened the past 2 days? Nice to just go on an airing or say nothing. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. What kind of tea? I don't know, the kind Sybil makes. She makes a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what all of it is called. Quit interrogating me about tea blends. Jeez. Okay. I do kind of feel like we should be solving a mystery. Listen, I make this disclaimer in almost every episode. I personally would have left a while ago. I don't care about some aunt's funeral that I don't know and is now dead and sounds like a mean person. Tabitha, she's growing on me, okay? But dude, there are monsters. I have seen them. I have seen the inside of a man's skull. I would absolutely leave. I would not be here. I would have left the first night, dude. I don't care how long it takes to get back home. I'm out of here. That being said, this is not me. This is video game me. So I think video game me. I mean, I'm curious about the mystery. I wouldn't go solve it, but video game me might. So here we go. Shouldn't we be solving a mystery right now? A mystery? What mystery? The events of last night are pretty cut and dried. Like, come on. Is it more believable that the Shaw mine collapsed because of mysterious unseen forces, or is it more believable that it collapsed because it was a condemned mine that was unsuitable for human beings? That's very logical, Tabitha, but I know for sure that you and I saw Eldritch Abomination visions. So, like, give me a break. People like Stella turn to conspiracy theories and the supernatural because they can't handle the truth, that our world is ruled by chaotic forces that don't follow any kind of logical pattern. I mean, that's accurate. But, still, you saw the Eldritch visions. Bad things can happen to good people suddenly and for no reason. You can choose to accept that, or you can live in denial. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. That's Kanika. Flustered Kanika exits shouting behind her. Fine, okay. Keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Okay. Hands in the air. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh. Other people and their drama. More people kept things to themselves, so they'd be a lot happier. I don't think that's accurate. Out of curiosity, what do you call yourself? Happy? What are you burying? Poor Kanika's really going through it. Never been one for public displays. Think it's healthy to express herself. Good for her. Loosen if Miles were my brother. We're told you that you scare me up. There weren't any customers in there. These are both rude, but I'm going to ask what she's burying. A lot of things. I'm burying Pearl Ann this coming Sunday, for instance. Yikes. Don't make that face. Come on already, let's go. Bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Quantic, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. Okay, hold on. So I'm starting to mistrust Stella. Stella gets her information from Sybil, and Sybil is doing a closed door tea selling? Weird. You're on my radar, Sybil. Kaniko, okay? Sounds like your daughter's pretty mad at you. I'm afraid of Miles. What if he makes fun of me for being old? Can I have some tea? Wait, you're Sybil? Sorry, Sybil, you're Kanika and Miles' mom? I did not know that. Wait, did I know that? I knew that she made tea. I don't remember if I knew that she owned a store, though. I guess I probably could have put it together. There's a tea thing here that I probably saw last time. Anyways, sounds like your daughter's pretty mad at you or you're afraid of Miles. What if he makes fun of me for being old? Can I have some tea? I don't trust your tea. Nico, okay? Of course. She just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both of my little ones made it out okay. Dual motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. I mean, that's not just me, right? That's suspicious. I don't know if I'm supposed to be suspicious of everyone, but I'm starting to be. Try and listen in? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think Miles will even care, to be honest. Walk up to the door of the tea room to listen in. Subtle. I know it took a little longer than you'd hoped, but this was fairly short notice. Sybil pauses, and a moment later, you hear footsteps move to the far end of the tea room. She and Tabitha resume their discussion, their voices hushed. You can only make out bits and pieces of what they're saying. Is there... Yes, make sure this is all... Not inside. Outside, then. Don't assume you know. I know what I'm... Your listening session is halted as a tinkling of bells announce another patron. Who are you? Oh, you must be Duke's son, I bet. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Quantic, aren't you? My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. Pleasure to meet you. Policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. I've saved him. I'm so sorry. Jeez Louise. These are all horrible things to say. I'm just going to say sorry for your loss. Thank you. Policeman said he might be just out hunting somewhere, but me and my mama both know he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about it, trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone. And as of this morning, so is she. Oh no, dude. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. That is such a horrible idea, Bo. Please don't do that. He was there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try to find him? No. That's an awful thing to say, but it's probably true. I don't think you want to see him like that. Your dad was killed by ditchlings. The things that have been stealing your chickens. Okay. I feel as though I should warn him, but he's probably not going to listen. I wouldn't go poking around. It's dangerous up there. I ain't a stranger to what these hills have to offer. Daddy always said I wouldn't have nothing to fear so long as I learned how to use my fists. So he taught me how to do all that. I don't think you're going to be fist fighting a monster, dude. Those woods might still get scary sometimes, but I reckon there's no better way to show my daddy I learned those lessons than to go out there and find him. Okay. I'm going to tell him about the ditchlings, at least. Dad was killed by the ditchlings, the monsters that show up when something bad is going to happen, and the things that have been stealing your chickens. I ain't never heard of a ditchling before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find them. Okay, well, have you seen anything strange? Not really, no. But I've been awfully busy with everything that's still been happening. Damn chickens keep disappearing, though. Okay. I think Bo's probably going no matter what. So maybe the safest thing I can do is tell him exactly where his dad's corpse is so he can go there, not find it, and then leave. I don't want to tell Bo I don't want you to die, Bo. I'm going to feel bad if I get your entire family killed. What happened to your mom, by the way? I'd like to ask about that. He died on the northeast edge of town off the Asgina Trail. Thank you, Quantic. Appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Bo seems very nice. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Yeah, very suspicious, by the way. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast. Meet at the library and figure out plan. Then it buzzes again. Hey again, lol. You want to come over for breakfast? Would not hate it. And then it buzzes yet again. Somebody was busy this morning. Oh, hey again. You want to hang out before the library thing? I'm parked in the abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. Plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Okay. Avery, you seem nice, but you're out. Oscar, I'm curious about your haunted house, okay? Stella, I think you might be evil and I would like to investigate you. Anika, I think your mom might be evil and I'd like to investigate her, maybe ask you some questions about that. But Tabitha, you're with a probably evil old lady and I also might get a chance to eavesdrop again. Oh my god, so many good choices. I hate it. I think I wait for Tabitha. Cousin will probably be back any second. It's best to just stay put. You and Miles share an uncomfortably long moment of silence as Bo continues to chop. How are your dailies going? Yeah. Miles doesn't dignify your question with an answer. Pretty rude. You doing okay? Miles glances up at you, eyes narrowed. Don't talk to me like we know each other. You're just Kanika's weird friend. I don't even remember your name. Pretty mean. It's Quantic. Okay, cool. Just gonna go ahead and forget it again. You're pretty rude, Miles. Tabitha bursts out of the tea room, tucking a pouch of herbs into her coat as she walks. She looks at you in surprise. Wow, you actually stayed. Kinda expected you to go running off the instant I left you alone. I was tempted, Tabitha. Family's important. I'm not going to just ditch you. It's a nice sentiment. We'll see if you can actually put it to practice by not doing anything weird or dangerous for the rest of the week. No promises. Got a couple hours to spare. I'll pick us up some sodas and we can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone could walk up and start talking to me. Tabitha leaves the store, motioning for you to follow. Okay. I kind of wanted to spy more, though. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on a quiet hill just off Main Street. What is this? Scarlet's own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees. Just more convenient, you know? That's like... Oh, man, what is that called? That's horrible, though. It's a terrible practice. I know Disney does that still, but there was a... Was it a mining town? There was a town famous for that. And it was, like, awful, where you didn't get paid in money. You got paid in, in credits for all the crap they owned. Tabitha, you kind of are doing some messed up business practices. Why can't we hang out someplace normal? Cool. I mean, that does seem sinister. Just easier this way. Now, come on, let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted. Cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in. Don't worry, it's empty. Okay, follow her. Follow your cousin into the model home. I haven't rented this out for years. We can't stay here instead. This is like a much nicer place than your crappy estate, man. Come here to Get away from it all? Does that make sense? Kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Anyway, make yourself comfortable. Have a soda. Very nice of her to share this special place with me. Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling in the couch. Gross. Hate cream soda. Disgusting. Kenai, this place clearly gets cleaned regularly, but it doesn't feel like a real home. I mean, it's a model home. She just said that. Feels like a set piece, like you both wandered into a play, and if you were to look at the walls from another angle, you'd see them as the two-dimensional illusions they are. Okay. Let's talk about Tabitha. Well, before we do, let's ask if she's coming ghost hunting with us. Is that actually happening? Stella will be there. So will Kanika. Ah, she likes Stella. I doubt she'd be thrilled to see me again. There's no point arguing with you. If you're gonna get up into any paranormal stuff, I'd better be there to save your skin if it gets hairy. Ah, Tabitha loves us. Count me in. Okay. I like that. We're making progress. Let's talk about Tabitha. Is the estate stifling to you? Is that why you come here? Can we try some of that tea you picked? It smells nice. Do you ever get to travel? Do you like living here? Do you actually like running the mines? I like all these questions. I want to know more about that weird tea because it's very suspicious, but let's use our Kenai trait. Tabitha sips her soda, her expression suddenly heavy. I guess the estate has a lot of history. The place is so new by comparison. It's like the estate is full of ghosts pressing down on me all the time, pressuring me to do what they want. Okay. So you had an overbearing mother that pressured you into doing the family business. No wonder you're friggin' depressed all the time and angry. When I'm here, I can imagine a life where I don't have to think about the 200 years of history resting on my shoulders. Ah, there's a nice, normal smile, right? Imagine just living as a bank teller or something, having a simple life. Okay. I don't want to try the tea, but I do want to know about it because I'm suspicious. And I'm worried if we do too many of these, we're not going to be able to ask. Nope, it's a sleepy time tea. You don't want to drink it in the middle of the day. Okay. Do you actually like running the mines? Obviously she doesn't. Of course not. That doesn't really matter. I had years of Pearland drilling that into my head. Can't trust anyone else to do my job, and if I don't do it, the entire town falls to ruin. It's my burden to bear. Dude, you're putting way too much pressure on yourself. So I'd be lying if I said I haven't thought about running off. What'd you do if you weren't here? She just said she'd be a bank teller. Sorry you never got a chance to live your own life. Just give the mines to me. If I moved here after everything's said and done, who cares if the town falls to ruin? Why is that your responsibility? You should just leave. Things are bad everywhere. It probably isn't much worse here than it is out there. This place is full of monsters, dude. What are you talking about? I'm sorry you never got a chance to live your own life. It's fine. Not many people get that opportunity. You ain't wrong. I mean, do you truly live your own life, or do you live a life chained by obligations to other people who in turn live their lives, which are bound by yet another set of chains? Yep. Yep. You gotta work to live, my friend. On and on it goes. Nobody is free. Do you ever get to travel? No. Before I took over, Pearland was too busy to take me anywhere. Then when she retired and I became head of the company, I wound up in the same boat. Not like anyone can fill in for you when you run everything. I'd like to go to the Outer Banks one day, but I guess that'll have to wait until I retire. If I ever do. I am curious what the Outer Banks is. Don't really want to assault her mom, although I do think she was a terrible person. Let's offer to go to the beach. Yeah, maybe. I think I'd like that. Aw. Do you like living here? Like I said, it's the only thing I know. Don't need to have lived somewhere else to know if you like it here. I respectfully disagree. Everything in life requires context to properly understand. I don't have context here. You're a very logical person, Tabitha. It was hypocritical from someone who gave me a hard time for being from the city. You need context to know if you like living somewhere. Are you happy? Getting deep with it. Generally, no, I'm not. but I'm happy you're here. Ah, Tabitha, this is great, but you're being too nice to me, and I'm starting to worry that you're gonna die, and that makes me sad, and I don't want that to happen. So maybe I should rescind my ghost hunting offer tonight. Okay. Let's talk about our relationship. Kind of an asshole. That's not very nice. Can't believe we're actually hanging out. I can. That's why you came all the way down here, isn't it? Still, two of us are more alike than I thought we'd be. Must be in our blood. Look at that. What kind of things did Tourtland tell you about me and my mom? All sorts of terrible things. She loved to talk about how destitute your mother was after leaving for Fluxton. Wait, did I name it that? I can't remember now. That had to have been what I named it, right? You were always a poor student and a troublemaker, constantly getting taken in by whatever terrible counterculture of the week was hip and trendy in the city. For what it's worth, I don't think any of it was true. Well, except for you being a troublemaker. What do you really think of me? I'm glad you're here. Please don't make me say anything more than that. It's degrading for both of us. You're a better person than you let on. It's kind of mean, but it is true. I'm just gonna say I'm really glad I came up here. Tabitha pauses as she takes a long, contemplative swig of her soda. Yeah. Talk about our family? What was your dad like? Oh no, he just up and left one day. Didn't want anything to do with us anymore, I guess. He never got divorced, just separated. Probably couldn't be bothered to fill out any paperwork, especially considering he would lose any and all claims of the Scarlet Fortune if they divorced. He probably died in mysterious circumstances, Tabitha. He'd have to pay child support for a kid he couldn't be bothered to call on her birthday. Ray, another member of the Deadbeat Dabs Club. Sorry, that must have been really hard for you. Sounds like he was a real loser. Let's add a little levity to this otherwise serious conversation. Deadbeat dads. Can't say I really care for this sad parents club joke you keep making, but whatever. Scarlet women are just too strong for most men. Our moms were better off without them, I'm sure. What was Pearl Ann like? Okay, I guess you should know at least some things about the woman whose funeral you'll be attending. She was my mother. She was your mom's twin sister. Ooh, twins. Fraternal. They didn't look alike. Same with their personalities. Night and day from what I've heard. I can't believe they're twin sisters and Pearl Ann was so mean about our mom. That's crazy. Pearl Ann was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know? You two get along? Obviously not. No, that woman was a monster. Wow. How did she die? Sleep apnea. Jeez Louise. That's kind of sad and gruesome. Just gonna die from not breathing, huh? While you're sleeping? Yikes. What do you think of Silas and those other old timers? It's complicated. They built the town. They built the mine. The whole reason you and I are here today. We weren't angels. I know that. They're dead. They've been dead a long time. Tell me about other family members? Wow. Did Vivian tell you nothing about us or her upbringing? Fine. I'll give you the brief history since she never bothered. Don't be mean to my probably dead mom. Pearl Ann and Vivian were raised by their grandma because our grandmother died in childbirth. Gotcha. So their mom died during childbirth, so their grandma raised them. Our great-grandmother, Grandma Eddie, ran the mine before Pearl Ann, then Pearl Ann took over. Now here I am, following in their footsteps. Matriarchal mining company seems unusual. What happened to the rest of the family? Silas had a lot of kids. What was Grandma Eddie like? Did you know her? Tabitha's quiet for a moment, her eyes distant. Kind of scary. Her voice is quiet. She takes another sip of her cream soda. That's a little suspicious. A matriarchal mining company seems unusual. Past couple generations were all women. That's just how the cards fell. We'd never let some stranger jeopardize the company. Stays in the bloodline. What happened to the rest of the family? Silas had a lot of kids. Read about him in the library yesterday. What am I, an encyclopedia? We have documents on this stuff and some kind of fancy family tree somewhere in the estate, but I don't have any of it memorized. From what I can remember, our grandmother had a kid sister that died of some childhood illness. Then she died having our moms. And I think Grandma Eddie had some brothers, but I vaguely recall something about them fighting in World War II. One way or another, they clearly didn't stick around. As for anyone who came before the turn of the 20th century, damned if I know. That's ancient history. Alright? Ask about some other people. Supposed to have dinner at Reese's place. Do you know him? No, I've already asked, but now that we're hanging out, could you tell me what the deal is with you and Stella? You want me to try and get you in with Kanika? You had some harsh things to say about Oscar last night. Do you really believe what you said? What do you think of Avery? A lot to ask about here. Sure you don't want to talk about Wayne? Do you know Sybil well? Why did you hire Janie? The police are really on my ass. I'm curious about all of these, but I have a feeling we're not going to be able to ask all of them. So let's ask about Stella. All right, fine. We were close in high school. Really, really close. We'd have sleepovers a few nights a week, spend all night watching monster movies and eating chips, and... Ooh, you dating? Anyway, Pearlian didn't like her. I'd always have to lie and say I was going over to her place to study. When we graduated, it was impossible to see her anymore. There were no more excuses to go study, and I was too busy learning the ropes at the mine. Pearlian made sure my every waking minute was occupied. I didn't have time for friends. Dude, you're making me sad. But I never needed friends before meeting Stella, so it was easy enough to slip back into that mindset and try to move on. Why ban her from your property, though? You're acting like Pearlian ended it all, but Stella hasn't stopped trying to be there for you. I'm into her. Is that cool? You should hang out with her again. It's not like Pearlian could stop you. You're probably better off without her. She's probably better off without you. Let's use Kenai. I don't know. Pearlian made me do it. She's not even in the ground yet. I haven't had time to figure out how I feel. Okay, I kind of wanted to ask more about that. That makes me upset. Okay, next in importance, I feel like we should talk about Wayne. Yeah, sorry. It's a sore spot for me. Boundaries respected. I mean, I want to be nice, but the man is stalking me. It's fine. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I don't need to dig up painful memories to make sure of that. Okay. Really wish you were giving me more to work with here. Next in importance is Sybil. I'm suspicious. Everyone in town knows her, but I don't know if anyone actually knows her well. Okay, that was suspicious and short. Let's try and make her friends with Kanika. Please, if she's anything like me, that would only make her hate me more. I have dignity, Quantic. Okay. Let's ask about Oscar. She did say some pretty mean stuff. I do. Some people shouldn't have kids. You are giving me one-sentence answers here. You're not working with me. I'm supposed to have dinner at Reese's place. Do you know him? Reese? Oh, yeah. The dude that used to hang out with Kanika and Stella. I kind of remember him. Quiet, smelled kind of weird. Stopped coming to school at one point. I guess he got sick or something. I know his mom better than I know him. She's been everybody's doctor for as long as I can remember. She's intimidating. I've always liked her. Guess that's not hereditary, though. Reese always seemed like a bit of a wet blanket to me. Okay, what do you think of Avery? Who? Kinda figured you wouldn't know, since Avery moved in. Avery works at the diner, wears plant shirts. I have no idea who you're talking about. Why did you hire Janie? Pearlian hired Janie. She was my babysitter before she started cleaning the estate. Right? And finally, the police are really on my ass. I wouldn't really worry about them. Family is the law around these parts. So you should do your best to stay on my good side. Little joke, I hope. Okay, let's thank her for taking her to her safe space. Phone buzzes before Tabitha has a chance to respond. Almost forgot. It's Mayor Jimmy Day. Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar and Rosalina. Meet y'all there in half an hour. Totally blanked on that. Been having a weird foggy morning. Sad face. Wow that they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing even after last night. News has spread yet? Yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon. Somebody's popular. Yeah, that was like 1,000 texts. You guys can't just do one text at a time. Also, I feel bad that we didn't respond to either Stella or Kanika. It's Mayor Jimmy Day. Gotta meet the mayor and tell him there's a curse in the town. Is Kanika and Stella making plans for Mayor Jimmy Day? Why is everybody so jazzed about meeting the mayor? Yeah, I don't know what this means, so I'm gonna ask. What a ridiculous event. You know he's a dog, right? I'm suddenly much more interested. They fill you in on that little detail? We haven't had a human mayor in Scarlet Hollow since at least the early 1900s. We've been a dog mayor town since then. I kind of like the town more now. Tabitha takes another sip of her soda, smirking. Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still, sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in his bear getup. If Stella's gonna be there. Ooh, we hooking you up with Stella? Yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over. Let's go. We're fixing relationships. I love it. How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. I'm kind of nervous. You got this. Don't worry. With the corner of your eyes, you can see a furious woman making a beeline for you and Tabitha. Becca's slinking behind her. That must be her mother. Uh-oh. Tabitha, someone's coming. What?
Excuse me, Miss Scarlet.
Can I help you? Becca stares at you from the distance as the furious woman tears into Tabitha. This must be your mother.
What the hell do you think you're doing down here, grinning like a buffoon after everything that happened last night? A mind collapse almost killed my poor, sweet, innocent child, and you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband?
Listen, you're going to get your husband fired at this rate.
We've gotten used to a new lifestyle. You can't just take that away from us for something that was your fault. Don't think I won't be pressing charges. Ugh, Mom, please. You're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mommy's advocating for you.
Okay, I see the problem here. I'm sorry that I was mean to you, Becca. Your mom's horrible. Shouldn't talk to your daughter like that. It's bad parenting. Husband told your daughter it was safe to go into the mine. Of course he was demoted. You're here complaining about your husband being demoted. I almost died helping your daughter. Lucky your daughter didn't get herself killed. Just ignore her, Tabitha. She kind of has a point, Tabitha. Okay, I mean, don't be mean to your kid, man.
I'm right here. Oh, I've heard about you. What do you possibly know about being a parent? My Becca has never done anything wrong in her life.
Okay, I'm very much seeing how you turned out this way, Becca.
There'll be hell to pay for both of you.
What legal grounds do you think you even have here? There are signs. The place was boarded up. I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me.
Mom, can we just go, please?
If I were you, I'd listen to your brat.
You haven't heard the last from us. You'll see.
Woman storms off just as quickly as she'd storm in, Becca following at a distance. God damn it, she's right. Can't just hang out around town all day. The day after something like that doesn't look right. Should be up there, even if it's just to oversee what's going on. I'm supposed to run this place. I've got to get my head in the game. Can't slip up like this again. Ah, Tabitha, don't let some horrible person do that to you. Tabitha sighs, straightening up. Her scowl returns. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you at the library tonight. Cousin turns and heads back to her car, leaving you alone on Main Street. All right, we gotta at least tell Stella, even though I'm suspicious of her, that Tabitha is looking to become friends again. You enter the library alone. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd is formed in the corner of the main foyer. Foyer, possibly. Hey, Quantic. I like your ghost. Wait, are you both wearing different outfits? Kinda. Thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts. Yep, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Quantic to the mayor for, like, the entire time I've known him. Never gotten to introduce someone to the mayor before. I can't wait to talk to the mayor. He'll be worth it. Trust us. All right, shall we? Well, I want to tell you about Tabitha, though. Ooh. Mayor Jimmy, I love you. He's got the stupid cop that I hate next to him. little hat. Yep, he's a dog. And judging from the series of portraits lining the walls, Tabitha wasn't pulling your leg. Every mayor of Scarlet Hollow in living memory has also been a dog. You could tell this dog is the mayor from this little stash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following the encounter in the woods on Monday. Yeah, I hate this guy. What kind of voice do you have, Mr. Mayor? What did the mayor from Powerpuff Girls sound like? Kind of high-pitched, right?
Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met.
He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. I love this dog. Shake his paw. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. He's a dog. I knew he'd be a dog. Mayor, there's something very serious going in town. We need your help. Shake his little paw with your hand, but the burly security detail stops you.
No paw shaking. Only head pats and ear scratches allowed.
He offered his paw to me, you little dick.
I must apologize for my security detail. He has my best interests at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times.
Okay. We're doomed, aren't we? Okay, we've met the mayor. Let's go. Hey, aren't you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty. Mayor scoffs.
Off duty? The services you render for me are more important than your police work.
What are you even doing here? You still haven't found Duke's body? Like I said, I'm off duty, and I don't make a habit of discussing official police business with out-of-towners. Especially not with suspicious out-of-towners.
Now, let's hear the stranger out. Tourism is a part of this town's lifeblood, after all.
These both sound mean. Let's take this seriously. Let's tell Mr. Mayor that something very serious going on. Murmurs stir in the crowd behind you as you relay the danger to the mayor.
Of course, the pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn. That's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town. Not with the mine faltering the way it is.
Wow, you are more apprised of the situation than I would have expected, Mr. Mayor.
There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand?
Care about tourists? Wait, how do you know what's going on? Do you know there are monsters laying eggs in local animals and you're just going to let it happen? Very well spoken. I can see how you got elected. People are watching. Don't be too suspicious. He didn't say he knows about monsters. He said he knows about pets missing. I do want to ask about the monsters laying eggs, though. Murmurs behind you intensify as you continue your conversation with the mayor.
Laying eggs? Don't be ridiculous. I'm sure that whatever is causing these disappearances is just a bear or a mountain lion. We've all smelled them up in the hills. They'll move on soon enough.
Okay, Gretchen.
This is a southern town. Plenty of people are armed around these parts. They'll take care of the problem before it gets out of hand.
I mean, that's how Duke died horribly, man.
And in the meantime, it's best not to cause a panic. I'm the pillar of this community. It's my job to project strength to my constituents.
Uh-oh. Gretchen's going crazy. All right, Southern Belle, Southern Belle.
Oh my, I believe I've come down with a case of the vapors.
Okay.
I've heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Look at you, putting on a show in front of your adoring fans while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. When are you finally going to do something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Scraps would...
Crap. I messed it up. I'm so sorry, Gretchen.
Scraps never would have let those things prowl the woods for so long. And yet you sit back waiting for the humans to notice and letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know I almost lost my life to those things the other night, and my goodness, haven't you heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were wild dogs. It's fair of me to assume they simply went to the big farm upstate. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs.
She's got a good point, Mr. Mayor. Guess every politician is corrupt and cowardly, even the actual dogs. I mean, yeah, it seems like it. Tell your dog's yelling at the mayor while Gretchen is barking a lot. I think she doesn't like the mayor. Got a good point, Mr. Mayor. I don't care about the murmurs. Screw you guys.
You're damn right I do. Scraps would have been out in these woods at the first sign of trouble, tearing out the throats of any creature who dared threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet here he is, posing for the little rectangles like nothing is wrong in this town.
Gretchen squirms and Stella's arm, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Get him, Gretchen. Hey, whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're going to pull a muscle.
Mr. Franklin, I think now's a good time to dispose of this riffraff.
Miss Richmond, I'm going to have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. How did you know that that's what he was saying? Should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. But you got to fill me in on their feud later. I've always been curious about why Gretchen gets so fussy near Mayor Jimmy. Hey, she believes me finally. Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy.
Ingrate, ne'er-do-well, you dog.
Kitty is quick to follow. Okay. Bye, Mr. Mayor. Looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Hey, you're, Janie's husband, right? Sounds like Gretchen. Sorry, sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. Take it, you're Quantic? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Now, Pearl Ann's in a better place. It sounds like she was awful. She's in hell. I don't believe in an afterlife. Oh, thank God. I was hoping to find a priest. You know about ghosts. Janie mentioned you. Gretchen says she didn't vote for the mayor. The mayor is a huckster and a fraud. That bastard cares more about tourism than the fate of the town. Oh, you must be the creepy pastor I've been hearing about. It's not very nice. Doubt Pearl Ann's in a better place. It sounds like she was awful. I mean, I don't believe in an afterlife, but I mean, let's talk shit. Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good, deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. Janie mentioned you this morning? That woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. You know anything about ghosts? Ghosts? I've never encountered one myself, but I have heard stories of folks who have been visited by the loved ones from beyond the grave, and it seems like it provides them with a sort of spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Pearl Ann, or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? No, Oscar's place is haunted. Oh, like a Scooby-Doo episode or something? They really reference Scooby-Doo a lot, huh? I'm afraid I don't buy into that particular notion. It's a bit too spiritualist. Now, if it were a vision of one of his parents trying to contact him from heaven, I could understand that. But I simply don't believe in malicious spirits, lingering neither in heaven nor hell, jumping out of closets to scare us. Don't make that face. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for whatever it is he saw. Wait, you believe in some ghosts and not others, which makes you an authority on that? Ghost in the Mines last night? That might have just been a vision, though. A lot of supernatural stuff happening the past few days. Are you calling Oscar a liar? Trust Oscar. Come ghost hunting tonight with us and then prove it's not a haunting. This man was described as creepy in his name, so I don't think I want him anywhere near me. There's been a lot of supernatural stuff happening the past few days. Really? Are you sure you just weren't seeing things? Trauma has funny ways of manifesting itself. You're starting to piss me off, guy. You're kind of discounting everything I'm saying. That's pretty mean. Back off, preacher man. I ain't buying what you're selling. I like that. Listen, I'm not hiding the fact that I can talk to animals. I think it may be that I should bring it up with you. You're giving me bad vibes. Mayor's a huckster and a fraud. The bastard cares more about tourism than the fate of the town. Pastor goes quiet for a second. His face suddenly white as a sheet. A smile fades from his face as he stares at you intently, studying your expression. Oh! You speak to animals too? You too? He glances to either side before continuing. I thought I was the only one. Please, come visit me at the church soon. Seems like we might have a lot to talk about. He hurries off, suddenly quiet and serious. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Go after them? Whoa, Oscar, what are you doing, man? Just wearing a tank top? You find them already talking to Oscar deeper in the library. Are you sure we can't just get it over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after dark either. But I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down. Yeah, there's no way I'm going in until that spirit is at full power. Why? I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts. I'm not going to waste it just because I'm I'm not going to waste it just because I'm patient. Y'all are going to be the death of me. I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is a pretty serious ghost infestation. Is that what you call something like this? I believe it's called a haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds good. Suppose we're the ghost hunters, so we can call it whatever we want. Anyways, I'll be bringing all the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we should be set on preparations. The only thing y'all need to bring is an open mind. Don't worry, Oscar, we'll fix this. We have the power of friendship on our side. God and anime. I still don't think ghosts are real. I'm starting to get cold feet. We'll fix this. Heck yeah, we will. Yeah, whatever this is, we'll get to the bottom of it tonight. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Well, if we're not doing the hunt now, I guess we could head over to the Reese's? Absolutely. Come on, Quantic. Time to go bother our friend. I'm going to get back to it. See y'all tonight. Bye, Oscar. Time to go. So about the mayor. Ooh, we got to tell him about Tabitha too, but I do want to ask about the mayor. Right, you seem to have some choice words for him. He's corrupt. That dog cares more about tourist money than protecting the town. Like the cut of his jib. It's good to see someone willing to keep things orderly during kind of crisis. You can't count on his support. Vote for Scraps next election. That's who Gretchen supports. I mean, this is what I'm leaning towards, but also this is funny. And also it involves Gretchen. Let's talk about Gretchen. The Stray? Love that guy. He just seemed a little less mayoral than Jimmy. But if he's got Gretchen's support, I've always liked Scraps. Gretchen's got good taste. Okay. Before I forget, I invited Tabitha to come ghost hunting. You invited her? Even after last night? I mean, if anything, I thought she was actually pretty helpful. Yes, she was. I mean, I guess. Good call, Quantic. I can't wait to hang out with her more. She feels the same. You guys should talk about that together. Also, Gretchen's face. Kanika size. All right, it happened. Let's not get into it again. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the Mind Steven show. Aw, don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, she will show, and the two of you will finally get along. What about inviting Avery? Oh, huh. Sure, I guess. The more the merrier, right? Maybe there'll be an extra voice of reason. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping at our own shadows. Cool. I'll text them on the way over to Reese's. So I finally met Pastor Daniel. It's only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving those little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. Everyone should be nicer. He seems like a good man. He did seem pretty nice, even though he's a creep. His vibes were bad. His vibes were also bad. He and Janie keep trying to make me go to church. That's true. I'm going to tell him about how he could talk. Well, I don't think it's really fair for me to say that, though. It's kind of a thing. But maybe they'll stop being mean to him if I tell them. All right, I'm going to do it. Sorry, Pastor Daniel. Well, wait, you don't mean... Yeah, he corroborated some of the things the mayor told me. Okay, assuming for a minute that both you and Pastor Daniel have the magical power of speaking to animals, I don't think that's enough to explain how weird the guy is. For instance, you don't make my skin crawl. He does. Wonder how many people out there share your gift. There's so many implications. I'm going to continue to pretend that Quantic is just really good at reading animal body language. I don't think I can handle many more world-shattering revelations this week. All right, well, I feel like Reese's thing is going to be a whole thing, so we're going to end the episode here since it's over an hour. Let's save. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I really enjoyed the conversation with Mayor Jimmy, and I like that Tabitha is starting to be nice to us. We're getting a good, nice cousin relationship. We're being friends. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and that you'll join me for the next one where things will probably get spooky again, just based on how these things have been going. It seems like the first half of each episode of the game is kind of like giving you more information about the town or whatever's going on. And in the second half, shit starts to go down. So, yeah, we'll be doing another episode. It should come out tomorrow if you guys are interested in checking that out. But thank you for watching. My name is Quantic Flux. If you are enjoying the playthrough, I would love to have you subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to like and comment, that would be appreciated as well. Anything to increase engagement on the channel would be helpful as a very small YouTuber. But yeah, thank you very much for your time. I truly do appreciate it. And I hope I see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.